Kids Fairfield area weather forecast, a 50% chance for showers and thunderstorms today, high 79. 20% chance tonight, low 60. Partly sunny, 76 on Tuesday. Sunshine, 76 on Wednesday. For Thursday, sunshine, high of 80. And the outlook for Friday, mostly sunny with the high near 83. Overnight low 62. Yesterday's high was 90. Currently, humidity is at 100%. Winds are calm. The pressure at 29.97. Partly sunny skies right now. We've got 68 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
Put a smile on your face on a Monday morning, won't it?
Yes, it will.
Old Walt Townsend's here. Do you see him over here?
I do.
Sitting right across from you. How you doing, Walt?
He doesn't look that old to me.
Doing good.
You don't look that old to me, Walt.
Well, I just think
He's the one calling you old, not me. Just remember that.
He's just a kid.
he's older than me, for sure.
10 years.
Easy. He's got a long in the tooth. Quite honestly.
He doesn't look it.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. That's Mark Turner. I'm Mike Dreeth. Let me start with you, Turner. What kind of weekend did you have?
Glorious weekend. It was great.
Well, what do you describe a glorious weekend?
Cooked out Friday night, sat on the porch, waved to everybody, drove by.
That guy in the new house is awful friendly.
Yeah. Sunday, cooked out again. That was after the unfortunate umbrella incident.
Well, what was that?
The umbrella got caught in the wind and blew on the roof.
You had to go up and get it.
My roof was shaded for a while.
Was there any alcohol involved?
No.
Not necessarily. Not because of the umbrella, but there
No,
was.
no.
Yeah, but that's the reason why you waved at anybody that came by, even like
I'm just being friendly.
somebody on a bike. Hi, how you
I
doing?
was just being friendly.
Well,
I didn't
that's-
yell at him or anything. I just waved.
Home of the friendly people.
That's right.
Every time somebody drove by, I just went,
What?
no, it's just a friendly little wave. Little
Good.
flick of the wrist.
Good. We went over to Alton. You ever been to Pear Marquette Lodge?
I have.
Yes.
Very nice.
It is nice. We went up there, got our own cabin, and then had son and grandkids in another cabin adjoining us.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a glorious weekend as well. It was wonderful. The temperatures stayed
Oh, it was
moderate.
beautiful.
And, we ate there at the lodge. We were very careful throughout the entire process with masks. Carol and I went down to to Broadway and Alton, the antique row there.
Yeah.
I found a little transistor radio, just exactly like the one that had been underneath my pillow when I was 10 years old, listening to Harry Carey and Jack Buck when they said, Mom said, it's time to go to bed. It's 10 o'clock. Well, the game's not over. Go to bed.
But the game's not over.
I'd take my transistor radio and I'd take my little earplug and I'd listen to the rest of the ball game. So I found one of those, and it actually works. So I was pretty happy about that.
So you'll be listening to Cardinal baseball on that? Well, if we ever have Cardinal
Then,
baseball.
Walt,
again.
I tell you what, we got just acres and acres of wild blackberries on our property south of town. But we went up to Eckerd's up there in Grafton, and they've got the tame blackberries.
Yes.
Oh, they're like twice the size. I mean, they're plump and
They're a lot easier to pick, too.
Yeah, they are. There's no thorns around them. There's rows that you can walk down, and we got a bunch because Carol's sort of the go-to blackberry cobbler baker for the church. Someone for a funeral dinners and such.
I don't necessarily know about her blackberry cobbler.
Why is that?
Because I haven't had one.
Well,
We haven't had one here.
Here's the thing: most only people get to eat it are at a funeral dinner, so I don't think you really want to go there. Okay.
Well,
Now
I think she needs to give us a test.
She works now, so she can't hear it when you're pathetically begging for something like it used to be. I'm just telling you.
Well, one question.
Well,
how
it's
much
your
was
job.
how much was Eckert selling them for?
I don't know because I just picked them. She went up and bought them, so I don't have a clue.
I've seen them advertised for $20 a gallon, and
I don't know.
in my old age, I remember in our youth we picked them and sold wild blackberries for 50 cents a gallon.
Wow. I don't know. I just
That's
know
inflation.
it was a great big, with a handle basket that we filled 3 of them.
It is your job to inform Carol of these things.
Well,
Yes, I will tonight.
I'll tell you what. I like to do a giveaway. The next time I'm on, we'll give away tame blackberry plant starts.
You did that once before, didn't you?
Not blackberries.
No, okay, you did pumpkins.
Pumpkins.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, good. Anyway, it was a great one. Here's one. We got the kids because they'd never gone across
On the ferry?
On the ferry. So we went across the Brussels ferry.
Yeah.
And I kept saying, I know there's a good place to eat up in Hardin. So, I mean, you can make the circle. You get on the ferry and you go up through Brussels and you come back around to the Illinois River at Hardin.
Yeah.
And I kept saying, I know there's a great place there to eat for fish called the Long Branch. That's what I kept saying. So, I mean, we make this long trip. It's about 25 miles. We end up in Hardin. And not only was it not open, hadn't been open for 2 years, but the name of it was the Barefoot, not the Long Branch. So I get some heck from all the family. It was good. So we went back to the lodge, and the food there was good as well.
Yeah.
So there we go. Now, Walt, we're going to get to you, but you got a giveaway, which is pretty attractive here. If you're watching on camera, you can see he's got some maters.
I got a gallon ice cream bucket full of tomatoes.
It's not just full; it's overflowing.
And
So I mean, those
kind of proud of these. I'd say these are celebrity tomatoes, which is our favorite variety. This one's not. It's pinkish, and usually the pink or the yellow gold are lower acid. But that's our giveaway today, however you guys want to handle that.
All right. We'll do the bucket of bunk, and then we'll figure out how we're going to give that away. Okay?
That'll work.
Yes, the bucket of bunk, yeah. Ah, yes, the bucket of bunk. Yes, the bucket of bunk. Yes, the bucket of bunk.
What is it?
The bucket of bunk. Just in case you didn't know.
I need my geezer alert ready, okay?
Oh, it's ready to go.
Okay, all right. Tony Bennett is 94 today.
Yeah.
He's still going strong.
Yeah.
At 94. There's hope for all of us, Walt. Anthony Dominic Benedetto is his real name. He fought in the final stages of World War II as a Army infantryman in Europe, in the theater there, and developed his singing technique, signed with Columbia Records, hit his first #1 popular hit called Because of You back in 1951. In 62, Bennett recorded his signature song. Do you know what that is?
I left my heart in San Francisco.
Well done, buddy. His career and personal life experienced an extended downturn during the height of the rock music era, but guess what? He came back, and he's got 19 Grammy Awards. Also a success as a painter. He's done under his name, Benedetto, his real name. He followed up his childhood interests with professional training, work, and museum visits throughout his life. His sketches or paints are valuable. He does it every day, often views out hotel rooms where he's on tour. Bennett is 40 years older than his wife, Susan.
Geezer alert. Geezer alert.
He's had 3 wives, 4 children, but Tony Bennett is definitely a geezer.
You know, his wife Susan might be younger than some of his kids.
I think you're probably right. It's hard for them to say, hey, Mom, hand me the orthopedic socks. Martin Sheen, who's really Ramon Gerard Antonio Estevez. That's his real name.
Yeah.
He's 80 today. He first became known for his roles in the films. The subject was Roses in 1968, The Badlands in 1973, and later achieved wide recognition for his leading role in Apocalypse Now in 1979.
I
He was,
love the smell of napalm in the morning.
smells like victory. Josiah Bartlett was also one of his favorite roles. West Wing.
Okay.
And he
Played the president.
Yes, and really got a lot of. By the way, he also has been on Grace and Frankie, which is Netflix.
Okay.
Anyway.
And he's on those commercials now.
Yes.
Yeah.
For health insurance, isn't it?
Some type of prescription
little
coverage.
Little inside here, little inside baseball. When he's playing U.S. Army Captain Benjamin Willard in 1979's Apocalypse Now, he was not in that great shape. He didn't like where he was. He's in Saigon when they were doing this. And when he shot a scene where he was supposed to be heavily intoxicated, it was also his 36th birthday. And guess what?
He was
Heavily intoxicated.
That's really getting into your role.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's not acting when you see him in Apocalypse Now. He's got 4 children, and they're all famous. There's Emilio Estevez. There's Ramon Estevez. There's Charlie Sheen. And there's Renee Estevez. Now, so, I mean, he took the name Charlie Sheen because he didn't want to be identified as Hispanic. And so, I mean, Charlie went with him, and the rest of them went back with the family name. Martha Stewart's 79 today.
She's doing a show now with Snoop Dogg.
They're buds.
Yeah, apparently so.
She's got a lot of books and magazines, 2 syndicated talk shows, but she did have a little bit of a kind of a problem with her career.
Yeah.
She had some insider trading.
She took some time off.
Yes, she did.
Went to a resort.
She would have had, she avoided a loss of $45,000. When you consider how many millions she's worth, that doesn't seem like much. She avoided it by getting some insider trading information from her Merrill Lynch representative. And so there was a 6-week trial. She was found guilty in 2004 of felony charges of conspiracy, obstruction of an agency proceeding. When they asked her about it, she lied. That's what got her in trouble more than anything else. She's experienced a comeback now. Did you know at one time she was married to Anthony Hopkins?
No, really?
Yes, but she wasn't married. She dated him. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So she dated him, but she ended the relationship right after she saw the movie Silence of the Lambs. She said she couldn't ever put that out of her mind. I don't blame her. Oh, well. She lives in New York State now. The former estate of automobile designer and tycoon Edsel Ford is where she lives. August 3rd, WGY Radio in Schenectady, New York, on this date in 1922, presented the full-length melodrama The Wolf. It was the first time there'd been a melodrama on radio. Of course, we do a melodrama here every day between 9 and 10. The Mickey Mouse watch was introduced in 1933 for the price of $2.75.
Wow.
Probably worth more now.
That was quite expensive.
That's a lot of money then.
Yeah.
1936, Jesse Owens won the first of his 4 Olympic gold medals right there in front of Adolf Hitler. 1943, General George S. Patton verbally abused and slapped a private. If you watched Patton,
I remember that scene.
General Eisenhower ordered him to apologize for the incident, and then used him as a decoy for most of the rest of the war until we got to the Battle of the Bulge. 1981, air traffic controllers with Patco they went on strike, and Reagan replaced them. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
1984, Mary Lou Retton won a gold medal in the L.A. Summer Olympics, and 1985, mail service returned to a nudist colony in Paradise Lake, Florida. Residents promised that they would wear clothes when going out to get the mail.
Well,
fair deal, right?
Fair deal.
You got to worry about. See, the problem is you got to worry about dogs. a situation like that. Music news, 1963, the Beatles made their final appearance at the Cavern Club. That's where they became famous. 1963, Alan Sherman released
Camp Granada.
Hello, Mudda.
Hello, Fada.
Hello, Fada.
Here I am at Camp Granada.
63, that was big.
We had two of them. There was Camp Granada, and there was Return to Camp Granada.
He knew how to make money.
Yeah. Kind of like Chubby Checker and the Twist.
You could get Alan Sherman and Chubby Checker together. You could...
You could do the Twist at Camp Granada.
As 1969, Carl Wilson was indicted, so there's a difference, for failure to report for civilian duty in lieu of serving 2 years in the Army. And Paul McCartney in 71 announced the formation of Wings. That's a look at that. Now, I have in my hand probably the biggest dog. Actually, can you believe it? It's so bad I don't have it in my hands. Can you believe I left that on my desk?
Yeah, actually I can.
All right, well, here's the thing. It's the Carnaby Square question of the day. And what I asked you was, and this is the worst dog
Yeah.
I've ever had when it comes to a question. Walt, you're here during the worst dog. I asked, how you handled for toilet paper now that we're into the pandemic? Are you covered or are you wiped out? Oh, it was bad. And we'll tell you about it when we come back on Morning Coffee.
Let me tell you a thing or two about the people who don't compromise. They love Pepsi Zero Sugar. Why? Because it's got all the flavor and zero the sugar. How's that for not compromising? They're the sort of person that likes surf with their turf. And the drink with their feast? Yeah, they have a Pepsi Zero Sugar. The person who doesn't compromise loves a good golden doodle. All the golden retriever goodness with just a hint of doodle. And when they're bringing said golden doodle for a walk, they bring a Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero sugar, done right. That's what I like.
Today on Hey Culligan, smoother skin for the win. We've got Claire in Delaware.
Hey, Culligan, the water in my shower makes my skin feel like I'm 90.
Okay, first off, Claire, are you 90?
No.
Okay, second, how do you feel about high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan?
Huh.
Actually, Claire, how do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
Oh, my gosh. Love it, have to have it.
OMG indeed, Claire. We're already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test with a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
Jerome here from Main Street Shop in Fairfield. Once upon a time, in a quiet little place called Fairfield, a new mower shop opened up, and the people came. We need help, they cried. Our yards need groomed and our mowers don't care. Well, this will never do, replied Main Street Shop. We shall bring Skag mowers to town to fix you up. The people rejoiced and lived happily ever after. Amen. This true story for many throughout the land has been brought to you by the good folks at Main Street Shop in Fairfield. Wow! Zoom!
Fall merchandise is coming in at Uniquely Rustique, and they have pumpkins of all styles and sizes. Check out their Wow of the Week on Facebook. A different item will be on sale each week. At Uniquely Rustique, they still have several new designs of inspirational t-shirts to spice up your late summer wardrobe. Come in and check them out today. Watch Uniquely Rustique's Facebook page, website, and the large sign out front for surprise sales throughout the month. Shop Uniquely Rustique for a truly unique shopping experience.
Hey parents, ever find yourself digging for money to send with your kids but figure out you're out of cash? We're introducing the F&B Easy Card. It's a debit card that can help teach the responsibility of managing money and be easily managed with your own banking errands. The best part? You can set custom daily limits like $10 a day and use online and mobile banking to transfer between this account and any other F&B checking account you own. Interested in learning more? Give us a call for details at 842-2107. F&B, member FDIC.
Champion Labs in Albion is expanding its workforce with increased competitive wages and a great benefits package. Champ is hiring to fill assembly, machine setup, warehouse, and other positions at its Albion facility. Benefits at Champ include insurance, paid holidays, vacation, and a 401k to support you and your family. Come to Champion where you can find a great job with an opportunity to personally grow and advance. Apply in person at Champ in Albion or visit champlabs.com. Champion Labs in Albion is an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another time capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when President Carter slapped a grain embargo on the Soviet Union? Then, in his State of the Union speech, he told us,
"Neither the American people nor I will support sending an Olympic team to Moscow."
6 American hostages got out of Iran, thanks to the Canadian Embassy. The Steelers stuffed the Rams in Super Bowl 14. We said farewell to Labor leader George Meany and Supreme Court Justice William O. Douglas. And this is what the new music sounded like.
Longer than when I September morn, an American dream. I'll be working my way back to you, baby. Daydream believer, I ran my way. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker.
Think you got it? Well, hold on. The answer and just a touch of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
January 1980. Crazy little thing called love.
Queen and Crazy Little Thing Called Love, the top song of January 1980. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another time capsule.
Can you believe it? It's end of season summer sale at Carnaby. It's time for all summer fashions to go. All dresses and summer sportwear now half price. You'll also find a 75% off and a $10 rack. Their Brighton sale corner is loaded with newly retired pieces at 25 to 50% off. You can't beat Carnaby's prices during the end of season summer sale. The grass is always greener when you shop local. Come see the girls at Carnaby Square.
Well, we're back on Morning Coffee with one of the great dogs of all time, the Carnaby Square question of the day. I don't even think they want to be associated with the question of the day today, because normally we consistently get 300 or 400 people responding.
Not today.
This one got 15 votes.
You're not on a roll.
No, it was bad. You left the window open back there. I think there's somebody. I think there's somebody trying to make a statement. The local hounds have collected by the back door. Question was, the spring shoppers hoarded toilet paper. How is your supply now? That was the question.
Yeah.
Your choices were, I'm covered or wiped out. How do you think this thing went? Besides the fact it's a dog.
The toilet got clogged.
No. I'm covered, 15. Nobody's wiped out. Nobody's wiped out. I have to be honest with you. We've noticed some things that have become difficult to buy again.
It's not toilet paper now.
No, toilet paper seems, they must have cut down some trees in the Amazon rainforest and sent up extra rolls, because there's no problem finding that. Anyway, so there. Can I just not talk about this one anymore?
Oh, we want to talk about it.
I figured you would. What do you want?
Were there any comments?
None.
At all? None?
No comments.
Well, I guess
15 votes, no comments.
I guess we don't have.
Only
anything to talk
180 people saw this. We consistently have 3,000 people. I got to hope this is like a Facebook, one of their...
Well, yesterday was really nice. So maybe everybody
just stayed at home and
cooked out or something.
Counted their toilet paper
Yeah.
rolls. I don't know. Well,
rid of it.
hopefully I'll do better tomorrow. Okay, and of course on Wednesday Ken Odie always comes up with it.
You can't help but do better tomorrow.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, how do you want to give this away? You want to be the first, second, third? What do you want? Do you want a trivia question for? Let me tell you something. These are mighty fine-looking maters you got here.
They are.
Let's just give them to someone that can use them.
If you want...
All right. If you want some tomatoes, give us a call right now at 842-3715.
I would describe these as a bucket o' maters.
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Yeah, I'll take them tomatoes. Mine's not doing that well.
All right. Yours are not doing well.
No. I was the one that called in and said that my tomatoes were kind of dying from the bottom up, and they're still doing it, even though I've tried everything I know of.
We're having the same problem. We are.
I'm not.
No, you're not, but then you didn't plant them or anything. You just bought them.
I didn't. Yeah, that's true.
What do you think the problem is, Walt?
It sounds like one of the blights, and he's right. There's really not much you can do. You can buy some fungicides or things like that, but they're not very effective. I've got one tomato plant that's affected with that, but
Or
the
you
others
can
are
just
all okay.
call into the radio station and win a bucket
Yeah,
of
you
Walt
can-
Townsend's tomatoes. And they look great.
It looks like you're going to be eating some BLTs here for the next few days. Who are we talking to?
This is Russell Smith.
Russell, we really appreciate you listening. And, out there on the East Highway, we've got that great big tower underneath their palatial studios, and that's where you'll find your maters, okay?
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Russell.
Not a problem. All right. Well, there you go. You took care of that, Walt.
Yeah. Now, you were given some dates. I thought I'd mention a couple of historical dates.
Go ahead.
1492.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
He set sail on
Okay, he
today.
left on
Today?
On today.
Wow.
That's a date that nobody ever remembers. They don't remember when he left.
They just know
when he got
1492.
here.
Yeah.
And we knew that these skies were blue.
Yeah.
1914.
Actually, the ocean was blue, not the skies.
Yeah. I bet you the sky was too.
Well, probably so.
1914, Germany and France declared war. It's kind of the start of
On this
World War
date.
II.
Britain wasn't far behind.
1946, Santa Claus Land started.
Over in
The old holiday world.
Yeah.
over, Santa Claus, Indiana.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now, got a personal connection there. My mom and dad were friends with the founders.
Oh, the Cooks?
I don't know their names, but they'd come by and visit Mom and Dad every year. About once a year, they'd stop by and visit. And of course, my mom and dad's long gone, and I'm sure the
Did you
Cooks
go
are.
visit them? Is the important thing.
Never did. And 1977, Tandy came out with their TRS-80 computer.
Trash 80.
Oh, I
remember that.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, it was given. One was given to me when I was teaching at a college, and I used it as a book. I leaned my books up against it because I didn't want to have to learn how to use a computer.
What was the BASIC and COBOL? Remember those languages?
Oh yeah. C : /.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's over.
So those were the
There you
dates
go.
I had.
There you go. All right.
Radio Shack put those out, didn't they?
Yeah.
TRS-80.
Well,
Was it
they-
Radio Shack that did those?
They bought Tandy out, didn't they?
Okay, I think so.
Trying to remember, it was I forget the name. It was a TRS-80, but there was another name for some of their early ones.
Yeah.
Did you see where Wilford Brumley died?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
85 years old. I remember him from Cocoon,
Yes.
but his other two big, you probably remember him from The Natural.
Mm-hmm.
He was he on the bench? He was a manager.
Played the manager.
Okay. And something called a movie called the Firm. I got him confused for a second this morning. Do you remember a guy by the name of Yule Gibbons?
Yeah.
Yeah. The name
Natural food.
Yes,
Gonna
yes.
live forever and died at 60.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing at, but you're right. I can remember that guy. He was on a number of talk shows and commercials, and I remember this quote: "Some pine cones are edible, but they're very difficult to pass." So anyway, no, but Wilford Brumley,
maybe that's why your question of the day didn't take off. Maybe somebody ate some of those edible pine cones and they didn't pass.
Don't need
and they
toilet
didn't need
paper.
toilet paper.
Brumley, though, didn't he sell Quaker Oats?
I think he did. Yeah.
So I mean, he was all about
Quaker
good
Oats.
Yeah, well, oats are also something that you need. So, anyway, did you know that half of the Russians, when surveyed, think the United States faked the moon landing in 1969? In a survey of 1,600 adults in Russia, 31% believe Americans actually landed on the moon. The rest of them think it was a fake landing that they just put together. What was that? Capricorn 1, wasn't that the name of the movie? O.J. Simpson was in it.
I remember that.
Where they did it all in a studio somewhere in Arizona.
Yeah. And a lot of people think that movie is the truth. So what do you got going on?
Yeah. What's the latest in Walt Townsend's world?
Well, just enjoying the great-looking crops we've got.
Well, talk to us about those crops. How's it going on that front?
Well, I just can't hardly stand prosperity. Everything looks great except the boys in the bottoms that's underwater out in a little Wabash. But at my place, we got 7 1/4 inches of rain in July, and that's just unheard of.
Yeah, especially in July.
Yeah. And now I'm sure 2.5 of that ran off in the floods, but we got caught up, and it's wonderful. The corn growers will be meeting Wednesday and setting up their crop yield tour. So that would probably be the end of August. Find out just what the projected corn and bean yields will be.
But if we keep on getting a little bit of rain each week, this could be a really bumper year, couldn't it?
Could be a very good yield year.
Imagine the rain over the weekend was greatly beneficial. Very, very slow and steady for the most part. Nothing, no deluges or gully washers.
Also real variable. I heard what Fairfield got, and I think we got less than 2/10 total.
Now, see, I talked to Jeremy Smith this morning. He said they had some flooding in Mount Carmel over the weekend.
That much?
Yeah.
So
got quite a bit over that way.
Hit and miss, but so far, everyone's got it at some time.
The other variable here, prices are pretty low right now, aren't they?
Soybeans have picked up some from their low. Corn's hanging down there low, and looking for a big crop. It'll get worse. Right now, the market's looking at the supply side rather than the demand side. Last week, China made the biggest, I think, corn purchase in history, and corn went up a penny because everyone was looking at how good the crops were doing. So
it also has a lot to do when you say the prices of what other people buy from us, as far as what the price is.
Yeah, it's a world market, but we're down there where we're competitive now.
I was looking, you and I have had this discussion about indigenous animals. You remember that discussion?
Yes.
Or you got on to me because I had suggested that frontier be the frontier carp instead of
fighting carp.
The fighting carp instead of the bobcats.
I just wanted to point that out.
You pointed out it was not an indigenous fish, so it could not be the name of the frontier. Should not. Wildlife officials in Florida are saying they removed 5,000 Burmese pythons from the Everglades. The snake's non-native and considered pests. The population originally came from pets people had released, which then reproduced.
And I think they're handing out bounties for every python you bring in. Yeah. Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Yeah, will Captain work on the tomatoes?
What was that again?
Will Captain
Captain.
work on the tomatoes?
I don't know. I can't recommend it unless it's specifically cleared for it. So you just
What would you use if you had to use some on your tomatoes for anything you'd see growing on them?
The only thing I would do on tomatoes would be if tomato worms or something, I'd use 7 as an insect spray. I think your fungicides, they do not seem to work well. get good results. But you'd have to look at the Captan label and see if it has tomatoes specifically on that before you could use it.
All right.
Our garden out in the country, out by Pig Ridge, one of the cucumbers had an entire end of it bitten off. You think that's a deer, a raccoon, or I can't imagine a deer would do that, would you?
It could be a turtle.
Really?
Yeah, I've had tomatoes, low-hanging tomatoes, chewed on by land turtles. You talk to the pumpkin growers, they have problems with deer and coyotes chewing on pumpkins.
Let me tell you another thing we saw. Don't let me forget. You know those 2 pumpkin plants you gave me?
Yes.
Eaten in a week, right down to the nub, out south of town.
Maybe you can plant pumpkins for bait for your deer stand.
We saw, for the first time, we did not know it was an indigenous animal. It might not be. But it appears to be a long-tailed weasel. Have you ever heard of a sighting of that in Wayne County?
Not a long-tailed weasel. Once in a while you'll see a weasel, but usually it's got like a 3 or 4 inch tail.
No, this one, clearly when we looked it up, the image of it, we saw, we've seen bobcat, but this is the first time we ever saw a long-tailed weasel. Now, I'm looking at one, but you're not running out in my forest.
No, and I definitely don't have a long tail.
No, you don't. Absolutely not.
At least not during the day.
No. Let's look to see if there's anything else interesting here. They keep on having. Here's another. You remember the guy from Wyoming? He just keeps on trying to find records to break.
That's the guy that David Rush
Yeah.
from Idaho.
This is a different guy now.
Okay, different guy.
And a different guy. Sweating out on a treadmill is workout enough for most people, but a Florida woman just used her freestyle soccer skills to break a world record. Get this. She did 170 soccer ball touches, now keeping it elevated, bouncing it up, in 1 minute while running on a treadmill. That takes skill.
I was going to say, that takes some skill, you betcha.
You have to be careful that you don't get knocked up against the wall behind you, trying to keep the ball up.
Yeah. Walt mentioned something else earlier, too.
What's that?
Dave Rick.
Yeah. Now, it ties into the tomatoes.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
I've been following your dating advice.
Okay, here's my question. And I'm sure you're going to tell us, but how does Dave Rigg and his dating issues tie in with tomatoes?
She's got to have a couple of maters. Okay.
It's not just Dave. It's any man, woman, boy, girl relationship.
So we're all going to belly up trough here, and you're going to teach us.
The one thing that's overlooked when you kind of check out another person, if you get a gal that peels the tomatoes for you, she's a keeper. You need to tell Dave that. I mean, they're special. If they'll peel the tomatoes for you, that extra, that's
How long you been married now, Walt?
Whole attitude.
How long you been married?
52 years ago last Friday.
Was that when you met?
Happy anniversary.
Tuesday.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
So when you were dating Mrs. Townsend, did this topic come up early in the relationship?
First time I ate dinner their house, they had peeled tomatoes, and I knew that I needed to check this out further.
Personally.
All right.
Isn't okay, wait a minute. Isn't the skin valuable from a nutritional standpoint? I'm asking.
Those are apples.
And potatoes.
And potatoes.
But tomato skin doesn't help you?
Probably gives you fiber instead of oats. But,
yeah.
But in the meantime, it doesn't matter if she's not a particular looker or anything like that. if she peels a tomato.
You check it out further. Then you look at looks.
Oh, okay.
Looks and
So
personality.
here's
part of the
what Fred's
equation.
looking out. If
Yeah.
she's got firm tomatoes and she peels them.
It's a litmus test.
All right, well, you've got trivia today, and it's all over
I
the
got some
stratosphere,
trivia today,
All right.
and it'll cover several topics. So,
All right.
All right.
okay. First, how do you spell Alice Chalmers? That's an old tractor
Okay,
brand.
I think I know that.
What was the original color of Alice Chalmers tractors?
All right.
How was the orange color that it went to decided on? Now I got some questions for oil. 10W30 oil. You see a quart jar.
Yeah.
What does the 10 mean? What does the W mean? What does the 30 mean? And then on oils, what's a detergent oil and a non-detergent motor oil? And here's an old trivia question. On the old rotary phones, what two letters were left off of the numbers? You know, each number had three letters.
Had 3 letters, yeah.
What two numbers of the alphabet were not used on the old rotary phones? And here's one of my favorites. On Hee Haw, Junior Sample sold cars. What was his phone number?
Oh, I know that one.
I know it too.
I know that one.
Okay.
I tell you what, we're going to learn some things here.
Yeah.
We're going to belly up to the trough of knowledge and slurp with Walt Townsend. We'll be back with the answers to his trivia questions after this timeout.
Ubinger's Furniture cares about our customers. So to help you with your furniture and bedding purchases, we're offering up to 4 years free financing. Minimum purchase and approval required. See store for details. At Ubinger's, we have everything you need to make your home more comfortable. It's time to sink into a comfy new recliner, sofa, or luxurious new mattress. So shop now with no money down and up to 4 years free financing. Only at Ubinger's Furniture Company, where the deal's worth a drive. Highway 50 East, Flora.
Interiors Sit and Sleep in Vincennes. 1 year anniversary sale is going strong. Darv, tell us what's going on this week.
We have special pricing on all of our living room furniture, mattress sets, recliners, lift chairs, even some bedroom furniture as well.
What are some things you'd like to tell our listeners?
Well, yeah, I'd like to invite all your listeners. If they've not had a chance to stop by here and see everything that I have here or things that I can get, we've got some special pricing. We're having a great time.
Do you have financing?
We do have financing available. We offer delivery as well. We also have a no credit check financing.
And tell our listeners again why you decided to have this special savings event.
Well, we've decided since we've been here for 1 year and our anniversary sale, we've kind of pulled all the chocks out and we're making special deals throughout the entire store. We're giving away 2 free Holiday World tickets. There's no purchase necessary for that. All you have to do is stop by and get registered. I look forward to seeing all your listeners out there to stop by and see what all we have.
It's Interior Sit and Sleep, across from Dumas North 6th Street, Vincennes.
Gatsby's Gaming is back open 7 days a week. All 6 machines are live and running, and we are thrilled to welcome back our customers. Gatsby's private gaming room supplies free chips, candy, and soda to gamers while playing. We are open 9 a.m. Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Saturday, and 1 p.m. on Sundays. Must be 21 to enter.
Gatsby's Gaming, 1476 Illinois Highway 15 in Fairfield. Get your Gatsby on.
Have you heard? All Sierra HPC clinic sites have made some changes. We will be offering sports and school physicals at no out-of-pocket cost. And it gets even better. School physicals will include vaccinations at no out-of-pocket cost for both new and established patients. Call 1-833-209-0498 to schedule your appointment at any of our 11 Sierra HPC clinic sites throughout southern Illinois.
Watermelons.
Healthy.
Cool.
And tasty.
They're grown here and are at the peak of freshness right now.
The Ileana Watermelon Association reminds you that every summer day is better with watermelon.
Bring one home today.
Watermelon.
Sheldon Bunning from Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler on the phone this morning. Good morning, Sheldon.
Good morning, Mark.
Hey, I saw on the TV over the weekend, it's now the summer of Jeep.
It is. It is the summer of Jeep.
Let's talk about some of the great deals you've got on Jeeps down on the lot. And you've got a few of those on the lot. I've been seeing them.
We do have a few is the key word, yes, but we can probably track down the one you want or desire if we don't have it. We've actually got our programs from August that go through today, so we'll have new programs tomorrow, but a lot of the Jeep vehicles have 0% for 60 months on them. There is cash allowances on most models in lieu of the zero financing. I think several of them even have the 0.9% financing on 72 months.
Sounds like a deal. And the truck deals are going strong this time of year as well.
They are. They are. We've got a 0 for 72 across the board on the Ram 1500 crew cabs. And I think that if you take the cash deal instead of the financing, I think there's up to $6,000 in rebates on the Bighorn crew cabs. And I think if you own a competitive make truck, you get an extra $1,000. So up to $7,000.
All right. And let's not forget about if you buy something off the lot, new or used, it's the forever warranty.
That is correct. We do provide a lifetime powertrain warranty on everything we sell. It's got under 100,000 miles and not commercial use. And if we don't have the right one, we can always special order you one too. I mean, we do a lot of that too. We can put your name on one and order just what you want.
All righty. Sounds like a deal. Sheldon, as always, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you on Thursday.
All right. You guys have a great week.
You too.
Radar Weather is sponsored by Conard Financial Group at 510 West Delaware in Fairfield, with securities offered through Raymond James. Conard Financial Group, investing in the community since 2003.
Does your financial future depend on the performance of a single investment? In any type of market, allocating your investments among a variety of assets may help minimize risk. I understand the importance of asset allocation and can design a diversified portfolio based on your risk profile to help you attain your goals. For details, call me, Chris Conard, at 842-7855. That's 842-7855. Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC. Life well planned.
Your Classic Hits Fairfield area weather forecast, a 50% chance for showers and thunderstorms today, high 79, 20% chance tonight, the low 16. Partly sunny both tomorrow and Wednesday with the highs around 76. The outlook for Thursday, sunshine, high 80, and for Friday, mostly sunny with the high near 83 on Friday. Overnight low 62, yesterday's high was 90. Currently, humidity at 91%, winds are calm, and the pressure is at 29.98. Right now, partly sunny, 72 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar showing nothing in the area in terms of precipitation. Radar weather brought to you this morning by the Conard Financial Group.
Back on Morning Coffee. Remember, we were telling people about that former Wayne County resident who will be celebrating his 100th birthday on August 28th. He's a World War II veteran. Information is James Wade, Carrier Mills Nursing Home and Rehab Center, P.O. Box 88. That is 6789 U.S. Route 45, Carrier Mills. It'd be great if you could send a card to someone like that who would really appreciate it on their birthday. Now, here's the story. During that break, Walt, the Conard Financial Group would you recommend putting any of your money in the Conard Financial Group?
Well, that's where my money's at.
There you go, the personal endorsement of Walt Townsend.
And I'm pretty careful with my money, but that's where it's at.
There you go.
Okay.
That's all you need is that personal endorsement from old Walt Townsend.
Let's get to trivia.
Okay. Got Jeff ready?
Yep.
How do you spell Alice Chalmers? Now, this sounds simple,
I
but
know
it's the most misspelled word on the old tractor internet. Right. Okay, go.
ALLIS
yes.
-CHALMERS.
You're right.
That's what I got. Woo-hoo. Good deal.
But so many people will spell it like the word Alice,
right?
Name Alice, or put in two S's, or they'll call it Alice Chambers, and it's really right. Okay, what was the original color of Alice Chalmers?
I thought it was red.
I was thinking yellow.
Green.
Green,
Jeff,
gosh.
Jeff's got it. It was green. Okay, and then it went to orange. How did it happen to go to orange?
John Deere bought the color green from Alice Chalmers.
No. The president of Alice Chalmers was on a train going to California, and he got in California, looked out the window, and the wild poppies were blooming, bright orange.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "We're going with orange," and that's how
Would have never known
Alice
that
Chalmers decided to go with orange color. Okay, the oil question, 10W30. What does the 10 stand for?
I'm sure this has to do with viscosity. And that has to do with the thickness of the oil as applied to heat.
Well, you're absolutely right about viscosity. My son, who drives for MDI, says that 10, the first number, is the viscosity at 0 degrees.
Okay. All right.
What does the W stand for in 10W30?
200 degrees?
Is it a weight?
Winter.
Winter. Okay.
Winter.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the last number, the 30.
That's the viscosity as it relates to
200 degrees.
Operating temperature.
Okay, whatever that is. All right.
And the reason you have these numbers is so that to ease the starting.
Right.
Okay.
You know,
Isn't it amazing how much information we disseminate every day here?
Okay. Now this showing my age a little. Detergent versus non-detergent motor oil. What's the difference?
Well, detergent
We stumped Jeff, and that's
motor
doing
oil.
something.
That has to do with cleaning the pistons, right?
Well, not the pistons, the internal parts of the motor.
Okay.
The detergent oil keeps any sludge or whatever in solution. The non-detergent oil does not keep these particles in solution, and they ended up being deposited like on top of the head, under the valve cover and stuff like that.
Carbon on the valves.
And where the problem comes in the old days, you might be using a non-detergent oil, and then you decide to use a detergent or accidentally put in a detergent oil. It loosens, dissolves all that crap, and you can end up ruining your engine.
Now, is that a technical term?
All that
Dissolving
crap?
A lot of that crap?
Yeah, that's
Professor
Okay.
Walt Townsend.
On the old rotary phones, what two letters of the alphabet were not used?
How
on the
about
numbers?
Q and Z?
That's what I'm thinking, Q and Z.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
He knows that because he still has a rotary telephone number.
Yes.
He's got a rotary cell phone.
I do.
Now, related to that, on the new phones, what two numbers don't have any letters on them?
On the new
Don't look.
phones? What two? I'm not looking. Like I'd be able
What?
to see it from where I'm at
1
now
and 0?
anyway.
1 and 0 is what the
Correct.
Bobcat
That
says.
man is correct.
He's normally correct.
And the last question, what was Junior Sample's phone number on
Everybody together?
BR549.
Amen.
Walt. Oh, I love Junior Samples. That was a great show.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah.
He
All
was
right.
great. There was a country band named BR549 too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right. Walt, thank you. You're always a delight to have here, and only the best as we move forward, and we'll get you back here in a couple weeks, okay?
Sounds good.
See you all.
Take care. Alexa, play WFIW.
It's time for classic hits from WFIW.
News, talk, sports, and classic rock. This is the station listened to, not just heard. 104.9 WFIW FM Fairfield, Illinois.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in Wayne City. Visit Boyd Mattress Center and take a rest test. 20 models on display. 895-3000.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. The world is 18